So, let's talk about the most hyped drone of 2025, the anti-gravity A1. But here's the thing. After you see what it can do, you start to wonder, is this really just a drone? Or is it something, I don't know, closer to a teleporter?
All right, here's what we're going to cover. First, what exactly is the A1? Then, we'll get into the absolutely insane experience of flying it. After that, we'll peek under the hood at the tech, talk about the good and the bad, and finally, figure out if this thing is actually for you.
Okay, first things first. Let's get to know this drone that everyone's been buzzing about, the anti-gravity A1. So get this. It's a 360-degree camera drone that literally fits in the palm of your hand. But the really important part? The company, Anti-Gravity, was basically born from the experts at Insta360. That means all that amazing 360 camera tech they've perfected over the years, it's baked right into this thing from the start. This isn't a startup's first try, it's a major leap forward.
Now this number you see here, this is a huge deal. Under 250 grams. If you know anything about drones, you know that this number is basically the magic ticket.
And here's why that magic ticket is so important. Being under that weight limit means that in most places, you don't need a drone license to fly it. All that paperwork, all that hassle, gone. It just makes it super easy for anyone, travelers, hobbyists, you name it, to just pick it up and fly.
Okay, so we've got the basics down. But now, let's get to the part that really sets the A1 apart from, well, everything else. We're not just talking about a camera anymore. We're talking about an experience.
So what's the big deal, right? Drones have video feeds, we've seen that before. But what is it about the A1 that completely flips the script on what it feels like to fly?
This is where it gets crazy. With a normal FPV drone, you're basically staring at a camera that's strapped to the front. You see what it sees, and that's it. But with the A1, you're not just looking forward. You're inside a 360-degree bubble of reality. The drone could be flying straight, but you can turn your head and look behind you, you can look straight down. It's the difference between watching a car chase on TV and actually being in the driver's seat.
And look, this quote from one of the first reviews just says it all. It's like I'm bloody flying over the volcano. That's not someone talking about camera specs. That's a pure gut reaction. It's that feeling of true immersion, of really being there.
And this is what's so wild about it. People who use it say the whole point of flying changes. It stops being about getting the shot and starts being about just experiencing the flight. The fact that it captures stunning 8K video, that almost feels like a bonus. The main event is the feeling itself.
Okay, so it sounds like magic, but how does it actually work? Let's pull back the curtain and look at the tech that makes this whole thing possible.
First up, the controller. Forget everything you know about complicated drone remotes with all the joysticks. With this, you just pull a trigger to move forward, you turn your wrist to steer left and right. It's so simple, so intuitive. It feels natural, which means pretty much anyone can pick it up and start flying in minutes. Now these goggles, this is where you really step into that other world. We're talking crazy high-resolution micro LED screens for each eye. They've got external antennas so your connection stays strong. There's even a built-in mic so you can record your commentary as you fly. Oh, and my favorite part? There's a screen on the front of the goggles, so people around you can see what you're seeing. How cool is that?
And the camera? Well, it's a powerhouse. It's shooting a full 360-degree video in glorious 8K. It's basically got the same guts as Insta360's best camera, the X5. But the best part is what this enables, the shoot first, frame later idea. You don't have to worry about aiming the camera while you're flying. Just fly, have fun, and figure out the perfect shot later when you're editing.
And it's not just about the hardware, the software is super smart too. You can tell it to follow a specific path or do these cool one-touch cinematic moves automatically. It can even lock onto a person or a car and just follow them. And then there's this fun little feature called Virtual Cockpit, where you can add graphics over your view so it feels like you're piloting a spaceship or a dragon. Kind of gimmicky, but also kind of awesome.
All right, I know, it all sounds a little too good to be true. And you know what? Nothing's perfect. So let's get real for a minute and talk about the pros, the cons, and some of the little quirks.
So on the good side, there's a lot. That shoot first, frame later workflow is, honestly, a game changer. But there's also smart design stuff, like you can replace the lenses yourself if they get scratched. It has obstacle avoidance, it handles wind surprisingly well, and I love this little detail. It has automatic landing legs that pop out to protect that bottom camera lens. Super smart. Okay, but on the not-so-good side, there are some things. That simple motion controller, it can't fly backwards, which is kind of weird. The battery for the goggles is this external pack you have to deal with, connected by a wire. And for the serious filmmakers out there, there's no flat or log color profile, which limits your color grading options. Also, that bigger battery that gives you more flight time, it pushes the drone over that 250-gram limit, so you might need a license after all.
So when you weigh all that, you get to the big question, the bottom line. Who is this thing really for? Who should actually go out and buy it? Well, first off, let's be clear. It's not cheap. It's a premium piece of kit. It comes in a few different packages, but the main stuff, the drone, the goggles, the controller, is the same in every box. You're basically just paying more for extra batteries and some accessories.
And this really gets to the heart of it. It all depends on who you are. Are you a pro cinematographer? You're going to miss having a traditional two-handed controller for super precise moves, and you'll want those log profiles for coloring. For you, the A1 might feel a bit limiting. But are you someone who just wants to feel what it's like to fly? A traveler who wants to capture a place in a totally new way? For you, this thing is an absolute revolution.
And that's really the key takeaway here. The camera is incredible, don't get me wrong, but that's not the point. The real innovation, the true magic of the A1, is the feeling it gives you. It's an experience machine first and a camera second.
So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Maybe the future of drones and aerial content isn't about capturing better footage. Maybe it's about creating better experiences. The A1 really makes you wonder if we're moving towards a future where it's less about what we capture and more about how we feel